as long as I know, I already have a great love for the ocean. So I wanted to see more of the underwater world. I decided to get my diving license 5 years ago. I dived in Vinkenveen, the North Sea, Croatia, Egypt, and the Azores. For me, diving is the feeling of freedom, safety, and pure happiness. It feels so great to just float in an infinite blue world, and only the thing you see is the sun reaching from above. But during my expedition, I found out that there are two sides of the story, just like my diving class. Nowadays, the coral is more looking like this. It's not that colorful anymore, and this is happening everywhere and really fast. This is happening because the warming up of the Earth. And that is not the only thing. I found out that there are a lot of reasons why this is happening. Also, the fish industry is a really big thing why this is happening. Because if the fishermen are fishing, they don't take into account that there's also beautiful sea life there. They only fish to get the fish. So if they fish with fish nets, they just destroy everything. And then there's nothing left anymore. In my middle school, I was already interested in this topic, so I decided to do a project about it. But it was more about the biological side of it. But then I already found out how important coral reef is. It is important for the tourists in countries because they live from it. And also, it saves the locals there because if you have a wave that's going on, the coral stops the wave and the waves are not going to be that big on the land. Also, it's important for the fish. It's like a circle going around and around. If you don't have coral reefs, there's also no fish. So it's really a big problem. But because I was that interested in this topic, when I heard I needed to do my personal expedition, I thought, yeah, I'm going to do it about that. So I had to talk to Frank and I said like, yeah, I really like this topic. And then he said, yeah, nice, but you're not a biologist. How are you going to make it social innovation? And he said, well, you are a diver, so are you also influencing the coral reefs? And I thought like, no, of course not. I'm taking good care of the coral reefs. So I set that aside. And I started talking to 3 divers that are really passionate about what they're doing. They made so many dives. One of them made like 4,000 dives, so that's a lot. He knows what he's talking about. And through them, I found out that, yeah, I'm hurting the coral because if I go diving to a popular spot, there are going to be more divers and more divers. And that scares the sea life there. So they go away there, and the small fish don't want to grow in that coral anymore. And that is why divers have an influence on the coral reefs. Also, well, maybe I'm an advanced diver, but there are also divers that don't know what they're doing. They're just diving there for one day and want to see the underwater life, and they don't know what the rules are, and they just shake it up all on the water, and then they damage the coral reefs. Because of them, I know that there are two sides of the story, and that's for me really a struggle. Because me as diver, I really want to go diving because it is something that I really love to do. But there's also a side where I'm hurting the coral, and if I'm still going to do it, then everybody is going to do it, then there's nothing going to be left. But for now, I've accepted that I have those two sides, and every time I go diving, I will see if I go or not. I think it's hopeless. I learned from my talks a lot. They shared with me a lot of their networks, so I got to know a lot of new people and organizations, and also organizations that are doing a lot already, and it's nice to know. But they also shared all with me the not so nice thing that it's hopeless. It's going to die. That is just the thing. But I think there is a way. But it's not a way of restoring it, it's a new way. We need to find a new way to get the coral living again. So find ways to find coral that wants to live in the warmer water, and find sea life that is working in that area with other kinds of animals. So I have hope that there's going to be a difference. But I also thought at the end of my personal expedition about something else. Maybe you know that if you have a farmer and he farms tomatoes, something like that, then sometimes he needs to lay his land, he needs to set it aside, so there's nothing on the land. Because otherwise the tomatoes can be affected by the ground. So I thought maybe we can also do it with the coral. Just leave it open for a year or two. There's no tourists, there are no divers, only to restore the sea life in the water and the coral reefs. And I feel really passionate about this topic and really hope to do something more with it, so hopefully I can do a new project about it next year.